Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for September 23rd of 2025 is titled NGC 6357, Cathedral to Massive Stars. So what do we see here? Well, here we see a region of star formation, and we see a number of hot, bright stars that have formed, as well as the gas and dust around them from which stars are currently forming. Now we can look at these in a couple of different ways, and we can look at this in the infrared as imaged by the James Webb Space Telescope, as well as in visible light as imaged by the Hubble Space Telescope. And we get two very different views here looking at this region. Certainly the pattern of stars remains exactly the same, but which ones are bright and which ones are faint can be different. And as we look back and forth between the images, you can pick out a few that are relatively bright in one image and relatively faint in the other. And that just tells us something about the type of light that they are emitting. So a star that is hardly seen in the Hubble image, but very bright in the Webb image, is a very cool object emitting a lot of infrared light. Now, looking at infrared allows us to study regions of star formation, and you can kind of see how we can see some of the regions here that there are objects visible in the Webb image that are not visible in the Hubble image. And that's because the infrared light is better able to penetrate the dust and allow us to see through it and look at these various regions of star formation. Now, one of the prominent stars here is actually down toward the bottom center and is known as Pismis 24. Now, this is an extremely massive star, once thought to be 200 times the mass of our sun. Now, there's a limit to how massive a star can be, and 200 times the sun's mass is really pushing it. But that was the measurements we had to go by. It's now been found to be a combination of several stars very close together there, and that would push them under about 100 solar masses or so. And that gets us right about to the limit of how massive a star can currently be. And it's generally considered around 100 solar masses, but trying to find the exact limit is difficult. Now, there is a limit because the stars produce more energy the more massive they are. And eventually you get a star with so much mass that it's producing energy at such a high rate that the interior pressure is greater than gravity. And that keeps the star from forming any further. So no more material would be able to be added because there is a strong enough pressure pushing outward that would keep additional material from adding to the star. Now, for very old stars, that could actually be larger, but those would be stars without any heavier elements, depending just on hydrogen and helium. They can typically be a little more massive, but of course all those stars are long since gone. Now, stars like this one, even stars pushing 100 solar masses, do not live for a very long period of time. So this would be a star that would be expected to go supernova at some point in the future. So these stars might only live, these very massive stars, maybe not even live 1,000,000 years. And again, astronomically speaking, that is an incredibly short period of time. But here we do get to glimpse that star or that small group of stars and try to learn more about this region of star formation. So that was our picture of the day for September 23rd of 2025. It was titled NGC 6357, Cathedral to Massive Stars. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Sagittarius Triplet. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.